I will go into every solo queue game just assuming you have 4 crazy people. That's League of Legends. But because you didn't go for a kill, you did get a triple kill, so hey, maybe you saw the future. Easy fix there.
Look at the move! What was that?
Hey guys, we are here for Pro or Poo episode 4. It is me, Valdez, and I am here with Bob Quinn once again. How are you doing, Bob? How are you feeling about this episode?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this week's episode. We have a lot of interesting stories that I'm very excited to look over. I think we have a lot of spicy games and plays that we can check out and see whether they're guilty or not.
Yes, that is the basis of the show, trying to figure out if these guys are doing a good job on the Rift or if they're just straight up inting.
Alright, for the first story we have, the title is called Friendly Reminder, Junglers Have Feelings, sad face.
Yeah.
This one was submitted by Trolley Dilemma, and this person is a gold player. So he says, I was jungle Diana and my mid Yone told me we lost because jungle was trash. Freaking useless KSer. I want to know if I could have made better choices, such as jungle pathing at 450 around mid lane. Flash's Yone got solo killed by Zed, who has all his summoners. Should I have gone to hold mid after Yone died, or just keep jungling like I did in the game? Very interesting. I'm a mid laner myself. As a mid laner, I always blame the jungler. But lately I've been jungling, and when I jungle, I always blame the laners. Because if you jungle and you have 3 losing lanes, jungling is literally impossible. Mid jungle synergy has been around for so long, is always a hot topic. At the end of the day, it's a team game, so you really have to work together to make things work.
We have our questions here. Better jungle pathing options, so that's what we're going to have to look at for the early game here for a jungler, and how to carry as a fed jungle. Can be a little bit difficult in gold if you're not like a smurf or something, so I think those are pretty good questions.
So the first question was, I think around 4 minutes, Yone got solo killed by Zed, and if Diana should have get the wave or keep jungling.
And this is the pre-patch, pre-season, right? So, junglers, once again, having to get used to potentially some new items, some new changes, once again.
So Yone looking like he's about to get ganked here by the blue team. And whoa! So there's the flash. So it's a flash for flash. So he did actually get ganked. I wonder if he could have hugged topside and prevented that gank, because he did drop the ward in the topside. And his jungler was also topside, so if Vi came from the topside, he could have at least been protected by the Diana. Oh, Diana actually goes down to the top laner there. Kind of interesting. With flash up too.
I think he wasn't expecting that last Q to hit. That was pretty unfortunate. And Yone is still getting
destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, he got ganked, but there were no wards. I mean, he was very far up the lane, the positioning, his jungler's on the top side of the map. He could have hugged where his jungler is, stuff like that, so.
I think this is where he dies. 430? Might be getting dough here. Oh, he's eating every single Q. Yeah, this has got to be a dive. Oh, there it is.
Like, this is pretty obviously...
I can see where the frustration comes from now. From the mid laner and the Diana. This is very common, I would say. This doesn't just happen in gold. This happens like everywhere. Maybe like not challenger, grandmaster, but like people below masters have these kind of issues all the time. Either it's like ego, where the Yone thinks it's Diana's fault and Diana thinks it's Semblane's fault. Neither people like to admit that they're wrong. But in reality, it's like both parties' fault. Okay, so at 325, Diana finally finished the full clear. And she successfully ganks top and kill the Karthus. This is where, you know, people make a lot of, I mean, this is where I feel like this game is not as high elo. I mean, he said it's gold. Because Karthus at this point should have at least won the top lane and know that Diana should be coming top. But in the mid lane here, we have Vi ganking the Yone. And Yone has ward in top bush already, but he's not actually playing towards it. So now he got ganked and has to burn his flash to get out, and he took like 50% HP. So as a mid laner, I'd be pretty tilted by now, but that could have been avoided if he just hugged topside.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that the Yone could have done better, like the ward. He didn't necessarily have to, like, he can go for those minions if he's playing towards the ward, but again, he was
Actually, he just warded. I'm not sure. Maybe the top ward came from Diana? Wait, I'm not sure. But either way, if he had the ward, he could have put it down.
Yeah. And then this wave is going to crash into his turret.
This wave is massive. He needs to get it without giving up too much HP. And he took the Q, and because of that, he took another free harass for no reason. And now he's under. Now he's very close to dying in the turret.
So Diana could have come here at this point. And potentially, like, helped out. But Yone is, like, very obviously in kill range, and he did not have to stick here.
Okay, pause right here would be nice. A fun fact or a fun tip: if the Diana goes mid here, even if she doesn't get the gank off Zed and kill Zed, you can literally just walk mid and absorb the EXP with Yone, and it will make you so much stronger and higher EXP than the Vi. It will make you look good. Because if you show up mid Zed, there's no way Zed would dive the Yone. So either way, it will be like a win-win situation. Either you get the XP or you kill the Zed, and at the same time you can prevent your mid laner from inting like he did just now. And I would say you should definitely cover for mid lane. But it is, I mean, it is his fault. Your mid laner is trash, unfortunately.
He is poo in this case.
Yeah, but cover him. Cover him, take his EXP, get yourself fed, and carry.
Yeah.
So his second question is, at around 11 minutes, how could I have secured the kill? So let's roll this split down and see what happens. Okay, they're waiting for the ultimate. Yone ults to get out. And he's still under turret with very low HP. So right now, almost the same situation like earlier. He needs some help.
Here we go.
A lot of pings are going down. Here we go.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Diana's gonna wrap around here. I believe Zed will take this W. This is the only way out. Alright. Ooh. Okay, so Yone goes down first. Pretty expected. But I believe the Diana should be able to just chase him down because Zed has no flash. Oh, wait a second.
Look at the moves! What was that? I can't believe I just saw
He
that!
actually won that duel!
I can't believe that happened!
If the Diana had flashed up, maybe she definitely could have chased. But it might be down. It's like a couple seconds. Can you hover over Diana real quick and see if her flash is up? Like on the champion? Oh, it is up! Oh no, because... I mean, you could flash here, but you can also just chase him down, use the plant. And then after you see him go over, flash immediately. There's no way he could escape. You had your E up. So he definitely could have gotten that kill for sure. How could I have secured the kill was his question. Well, by flashing over the wall and gap closing onto him, I think you would have had it. If you flash over, you will be directly next to him. If not, you can use your E to jump on him.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty easy fix.
A few moments later.
Triple kill.
Oh wait, maybe that flash did come in handy later on.
Yeah.
But his question was, how could I have secured the kill on Zed?
Yeah.
And I think the answer would be flashing over. But because he didn't go for the kill, you did get a triple kill. So hey, maybe you saw the future.
He saw the future.
Yes. Watch this clip again. So Yone has absolutely no reason to die here. He just tilted, and he has. I think his flash is still up. Anyways, you look for the chase here. When you're chasing down kills, it's very important to track the enemy champion's cooldown. You knew the Zed ulted to kill Yone, and the Zed flashed away to safety. So the only thing that he could possibly have is his W. So after you jump over, you should keep in mind that he could use his W to like go somewhere. And if you have flash up or your dash up, you should use that to just chase him down. Pretty easy fix there. Ooh, that was really good ult. Good play.
This was a good play. I mean, it did seem like it was really good timing. I think the bottom lane of the blue team probably shouldn't have been up that far after seeing the Fed Diana on the bottom side of the map, but that's a different question for another episode, I think.
For sure. And the answer is very easy. Diana is much stronger than the Vi. She literally does not give a shit who she sees right now. She will literally murder anyone, even if she walks into a Vi here.
True.
So it doesn't really matter where you go as long as you get there, and she did get there. The Yone just entered. That is out of Diana's control. But the question was, how could I have secured the kill? So at this point, you just flash, you chase down, you play a little patient. He's completely cornered. Your bot lane should also, I mean, the Diana's bot lane should also try to help just in case. But either way, this is 100% a kill.
Yeah, makes sense. So we're just looking at the end of the game here. This was a bloodbath as expected. Zed finishes the game 23-1. Really disgusting stuff.
Really disgusting KDA.
Yeah, but we can go ahead and take a look at the data, I think, after this one.
Alrighty, on to the data part. Player versus gold, Diana jungler average stats. So in this particular game, the Diana dealt 28.5k damage compared to the average Diana that do 18.9k damage, and the average jungler do 18.2k damage. I mean, his performance was really good.
He got second most damage in the team. I'm kind of curious to see. It's probably Varus, I guess. By the end of the game, it was a relatively long-ish game for solo queue, so.
Yeah.
And
well, not only she dealt 28.5k damage, a lot higher than the average jungler. Diana also took more damage than the average Diana and the average gold junglers. So both stats showing that she was playing well and don't deserve the loss.
Take a look at the second graph here. This is player versus gold Diana jungler average stats once again. How to win, push, destroy enemy base, and take objectives. So anything stand out here to you, Bobquid?
Everything looks pretty solid. Her CS number is good. And total damage to objective, 59k. I believe she was still pushing a little bit and did a shit ton of damage to turrets. She's number 1 in the team and number 1 in the game. Total damage to turrets, a little bit low, but if you're losing, chances are you're not going to be hitting the turret too much. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all her stats are like number 1, number 2, or number 3. So she did a really good job. The last one, total damage to turrets, don't really matter if you're losing. You could be, you're not gonna be hitting the turret that much. So I think the stats are really in her favor.
So here we do have the vision score. Did you open your teammates' eyes? Sometimes that is impossible.
This is very interesting. She did not buy any wards. Oh, don't tell me that one ward is the trinket ward.
I think it's the one trinket ward, and then control wards are on the right. She purchased 0.
Oh, so she literally didn't buy a control ward, and the only ward she plays was like the one trinket that she put before she swapped to cleanse. Yeah, that is something you can definitely work on, but it's an easy fix. You just have to literally remember to buy pink wards or control wards, and make sure to just put your trinket down whenever you can, because it's free wards. It's literally free. Alright, well, to go over the questions again, he asks, better jungle pathing options. Well, I would say as a jungler, every game is situational. It really depends on the matchup in terms of top lane, mid lane, and bot lane, and which lane you want to play towards. In that game, I would definitely want to focus on playing on the bot lane, because Lucian Nami is a very strong lane, and you don't want your bot lane to be too behind. And at the same time, you have an Ornn top who like to weak side, and then at the same time, ganking for him isn't going to win you the game, because Karthus is going to scale no matter what. Mid lane, Yone versus Zed is pretty skill matchup, but it also could be very volatile. It depends on whoever gets the lead first. It looks like Vi got the gank off Yone first, and Yone just tilted off the face of the earth. So I would definitely look to cover him and play around your bot lane at the same time. That's what I think when I jungle. In terms of how to carry as a fair jungler, the Diana did end up getting the most kills in the game, but Yone died 70 times, so he made the game extremely hard.
The demons told me to. Oh, I can do it again.
I will go into every solo queue game just assuming you have 4 crazy people, crazy teammates, psychopath. Don't worry about them. Just
Yeah.
play for yourself
Just mute.
and carry.
pings.
Mute all. Don't care about them.
You know, it's a great point you raised, Bob Quinn, and the only mental you can control is your own. Because
Exactly.
even if he does gank well for the Yone, the guy's a crazy person. He's probably just going to int anyway. So if I had to make a judgment on this one, some of the plays, some of the pathing were a bit poo, but he did have a pretty good game, so it was a bit pro. No, what do you think, Bob Quinn?
Well, to be honest, I don't think the game was his fault, but he definitely had a lot of moments where he could have played better, and there's a lot of things he could improve on, such as buying wars, tank wars, trinkets, covering for lanes, and just playing better in general mechanically.
Absolutely, I think that's really the biggest thing to take away from this. It's always the jungler's fault, but make sure you dig yourself out of that hole and just focus on carrying for yourself. But that's going to do it for episode 4 of Pro or Poo. That was Bob Quinn and me, Valdez, and we'll join you for the next episode, episode 5. But until then, have a good day.